Just in time for a mid-year reset. Today, I'm resetting up my 2026 digital planner because I'm switching to Noteful and I'm taking it one planner at a time. Hi, I'm Carrie from InvisArt Planners, and I talk about all things digital planning on this channel. Last month, I switched my dog journal into Noteful to see if I'd like it, and I ended up loving it. So this month, I'm moving my weekly planner over. The thing that really stood out to me was how lag-free and seamless using Noteful is. The tools took a little bit of getting used to before I could use them fluidly, but once I did, it didn't feel like I was constantly fighting the app. I mentioned this last month. The pages don't jump, whether that be zooming into a different part of the page or going to another page altogether. The photos and text don't ghost as I move or edit them. I can see my whole photo album under the picture tool and select multiple pictures at once, and there's really no lag. Plus, some of the other tools just make sense, like layers, grouping, being able to flip images using the crop tools. I've just really been enjoying using Noteful. The differences were really jarring when I went back to the other app to finalize May in my weekly planner. I thought about doing it in Noteful, but I figured it'd be better to start off June with a fresh new planner because I don't plan on consolidating everything in 2026, and I'm not going to go back and refill the weeks and months that have already passed. I do kind of regret finalizing May because it was a really frustrating experience. I had to restart the app a few times because it froze or there was a lot of ghosting, and the pages were jumping around more than I remember. It used to happen, but mostly with text, and now it's been doing it with photos too. The overall experience just kind of reinforced my decision to switch planning apps. So let's start by importing a new planner into Noteful. You can set up a blank notebook or planner with the covers and templates the app provides. You can even change the paper and line colors of the pages of the notebook with those templates. But I'm not going to go over how to set everything up in depth in this video, just the parts of the setup that I thought were most helpful for me. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a full tutorial on how to set up Noteful. To import a new planner or notebook that's a PDF that you already have, tap on the plus icon in the bottom right corner, pick Import File, navigate to where you have your PDF saved in the Files app, tap on it, and hit Open. It'll open up automatically in Noteful. From here, I'm going to change the title by tapping on it, deleting the text, and updating the name. Before jumping into planning, though, there are a couple of quick settings that I changed. You can choose light mode, dark mode, or have it match whichever your iPad is set to. And you can set your toolbar separately, which I love because I work in light mode, but I like to keep my toolbar dark. Once you're in the planner, you can also move the toolbar around pretty easily. The full toolbar, not just the tool options. I also like to make sure that palm rejection is on, under Settings in the top left corner, and then go to Document Editing. It works so much better in this app. I think part of the page jumping problem I was having in the other app was like the palm rejection wasn't really working that well, so it was interpreting my whole palm as a finger or a tap. I'm not really sure, but it's worth having a look at the rest of the settings to see what works best for you. And once you're in a planner, there are a couple of main differences in Noteful. First, to paste something, you just tap on the screen and the paste option comes up. It's taken some getting used to because in GoodNotes, you tap and hold to bring up the option to paste. And second, to use the links on a planner, tap and hold the link. You can use the pencil or your finger. Now onto setting up a planner. As I've got settled into this app, these are the tools that I'd recommend setting up to start. First is stickers. I have a section for pre-formatted stickers, which is similar to elements in GoodNotes. Like, I have this sticker that I use to indicate when we have pickleball each month. It's a mix of text, highlighter, and a sticker. I've also imported a couple of sticker sets that I use a lot, but this collection is still a work in progress. Here's a quick look at how I added the stickers. You go to the sticker icon and tap on the plus. Then tap on New Collection. give it a name, and now go back to the plus icon and select import file. And select which ones you want. Here, I'm adding a collection just for labels because I use them all the time. I was also having trouble selecting the stickers that I wanted to add until I figured out that you tap on the sticker name to select it here, not the sticker itself. And when you're done, tap on open, select the collection you'd like to add it to, and then tap on save. I added a few labels from a couple of other sets, but some of these stickers I've actually already added as part of the gratitude set, so I'm going to delete them from the collection. To do that, go to the collection, tap on edit, then tap on the X of the sticker that you want to delete, and then tap on delete. It's pretty simple. The next thing that I did was I imported all of my pen colors. If you're using the free version, you can only have 3 colors and 2 layers. I like to use a lot of different colors, and I have 4 different layers. So it was definitely worth buying the full version for me. As of this filming, it's $5.99 US for the full app. There is no subscription plan. My planner rotates between 4 colors each month, so I really love that I can easily move and hide colors as I need them or don't. You just pull up the color menu by tapping on one of the colors and making sure that the window that pops up is on the color tab. If you don't see the list, tap on the list icon in the top left corner of the window that pops up. It won't be there if you're already on the colors list. Then tap, hold, and drag the color into place. I'm moving my pinks up to the top because in my planner, June is pink. And then I move the greens up because that's going to be my secondary color, which I'll be using for my personal stuff like to-do lists for the home. I also might use some of these oranges, which I knew I didn't need last month, so I hid them away. It's as easy as tapping on the eye icon to hide and unhide a color. And to add a color, you can bring up the color list and tap on the plus icon. You can go to the grid and choose a pre-selected color, or you can use the color wheel to choose whatever you want. You can also type in a hex code, which you can see at the bottom of the color wheel, and that's how I added all of my colors. Now on to setting up June. As usual, I add a highlighter dot to indicate birthdays or anniversaries, and then I add in events. But before I do that, let me show you how I set up text styles. It's another thing that I love about Noteful. It makes swapping between text styles so easy. To make one, type out what you want and pick the font, size, color, etc. And then tap on this A icon, hit the plus, and give the style a name. Then hit save. To set it as your default format, tap on the star and make sure it's yellow. I don't really need this style, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it though. Once I added the events and appointments that we know about for now, I also realized that I haven't set up my layers in this planner. To add a layer, go to the list-like icon in the top right corner and make sure you're on layers, because you can also find bookmarks and outlines here too. Tap on the 3 dots to rename the existing layer, or type on add to add a new layer. To move it above or below an existing layer, tap, hold, and drag it into place. Then tap on the 3 dots to rename it. I usually work with 4 layers: background, widgets, pictures, and planning. Let me jump into my dog planner so you can see how I use this better. I'm going to hide each layer so I can show you how I use them. To hide and unhide layers, tap on the eye icon. The background is used for color boxes that cover widgets that I don't want to use. Pictures are for pictures. Widgets are for digital widget stickers and go above pictures because some of them are photo frames. And then I have the planning layer for active planning. I normally keep all of the layers locked except for planning. And as I plan, I move the pictures and widgets that I use onto their respective layers as I go. Like when I plan out my week, I add my daily gratitude widget to the planning layer where I move and size it. When I'm done, I select it and move it to the widgets layer. If the layer is locked, you can still move stuff onto the layer. You just can't move it or edit it. And I really like that. To finish up the month, I added in this pre-saved sticker you saw earlier and updated it with the colors for the month. The pre-saved sticker was saved as and pasted in as a group, which is fantastic. Being able to group text, highlighters, pen marks, and images is so convenient. Just make sure everything is on the same layer when you try and group it. And a bonus tip, if you have colors saved to your highlighter tool, which doesn't share the same palette as the text and pen tool, you can still find them on the style pop-up window. If you go to the color bar and scroll all the way to the right past all of your pen colors that you've saved. Here's how you can group a sticker now. Use the lasso tool. Make sure you have what you want to group toggled on. Here I have text, highlighter, and image selected. Draw a circle with the selection tool, and a menu will pop up. Tap on the arrow to show more options and select group. And that's it. I'm pretty much moved into Noteful and I'm ready for June. I'm still slowly setting everything up, like moving in more stickers and adding a couple of more textiles. But I have all of the important things set up and I'm really starting to find momentum with this app. I say this every year, but it's going by so fast. I didn't expect to change planning apps this year, but I'm glad I found one that I do love using. How's the year been for you? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more plan with me's like this one or other digital planning videos, check these out. And until next time, bye!